The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, requires that every food item packaged and sold for retail be properly labeled with a nutrition label, with the exception of meat, fruits, and vegetables. Learning how to properly read and interpret a food label is vital to understanding what you put into your body and how it will affect your nutrition, energy levels, and weight. Before breaking down the food label, we will begin with a few important definitions. Calories are units of energy produced when the body metabolizes food. 1 gram of carbohydrate is equal to 4 calories. 1 gram of protein is equal to 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 calories. When reading a food label, you want to begin with the serving size. This determines how much of the product is in one serving. Serving size is also the foundation for understanding the rest of the label, as all of the nutritional contents are based upon a single serving. Be sure to understand the serving size, as it can be a tool for food manufacturers to mislead the consumer into a false sense of security. For example, food manufacturers will attempt to advertise their product as being low-fat or healthy, when in actuality they have reduced the serving size used for determining nutritional values on the label. The bag of Cheetos Flaming Hot's label has a serving size of 1 ounce, or 21 pieces, and there are 10 servings per bag. The next step in reading the label is to determine the number of calories per serving. An average daily caloric intake is between 2,000 and 2,500 calories. This will vary based on your basal metabolic rate and activity level. The Cheetos have 170 calories per serving. The label also lists the number of calories from fat. 1 serving has 110 calories from fat. Over half of the calories per serving are from fat. 2 servings will total 340 calories and 220 calories from fat. Eating excess calories can lead to obesity. How many Cheetos do you eat? After determining the amount of calories per serving, read the nutrient portion of the food label. The first 5 nutrients listed, total fat, saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, and sodium, are nutrients that should be monitored and limited to the recommended daily amounts. Excess of these nutrients can lead to a higher risk of heart disease, hypertension, bloating, lack of energy, and unhealthy weight gain. The Cheetos have a total fat of 11 grams, which consists of 1.5 grams of saturated fat and 0 grams of trans fat. Fourth, observe the nutrients that you should be sure to get enough of each day. This label includes dietary fiber, vitamins A, B6, C, and E, calcium, iron, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, and phosphorus. On average, Americans do not eat enough of these nutrients each day. Consuming these nutrients can reduce the risk of disease and promote a healthy functioning body. For example, dietary fiber promotes healthy bowel functions, reduces the risk of heart disease, and gives you a fuller feeling for longer after you eat, which reduces the risk of overeating. Also, calcium is an important nutrient in maintaining strong bones and preventing osteoporosis. The 5th section of the nutrition label is the footnote. The footnote will be the same for all food products. It is a guide for the total nutrient consumption of each nutrient based on a 2,000 or 2,500 calorie per day diet. To illustrate this, the footnote has total fat for a day at less than 65 grams. This means that the total amount of fat that an individual on a 2,000 calorie diet should consume in a day is less than 65 grams. The Cheetos have 11 grams of fat per serving, so eating 6 servings of Cheetos would exceed the recommended amount of fat consumption for the entire day. The last section of the nutrition label that should be observed is the percent daily values. This is the percentage of each nutrient per serving that the food product contains and is based upon the recommended 2,000 calorie diet. You may not know how many calories you consume during a day, but the percent daily value is a reference that will assist you in determining whether or not this food item is high in a specific nutrient. As a general rule, 5% daily value or less is low, and 20% daily value or more is high. As an example, the Cheetos have a percent daily value of 17 for grams of fat. This tells you that 17% of your daily allowance for fat consumption would be met by eating 1 serving of Cheetos. Eating 2 servings means that you will have consumed 34% of your total allowance of fat. That is over 1/3 of your fat allowance on Cheetos. It also tells you that in terms of your daily diet, that 1 serving of Cheetos is high in fat. Another example is vitamin C. The percent daily value for vitamin C is 0%. This tells you that 1 serving of Cheetos has absolutely no vitamin C. Using the percent daily value is a good way to compare food products. You can determine which product has more of a specific nutrient by comparing percent daily values for that nutrient. It is important, however, that you make sure the serving sizes are the same for both products.